Bitcoin has just flashed a bullish crossover on the 3-day MACD. Now in today's video, I want to discuss with you what that means, what has happened previously when we've seen these kind of bullish crossovers happening, and what that could mean for a potential relief rally coming in for Bitcoin. My name's Lark. I make videos talking about cryptocurrency investing. Now, if you do like that topic, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Also, we'll tap on the thumbs up button if you do like this kind of content. Now let's go ahead and get into it. So as you can see here, just a few days ago, we got that bullish crossover on the 3-day MACD. So as when our blue line goes above our orange line here. Now this is very, very interesting because when we've had these kind of deep, low, bullish crossovers before, it has tended to come before major price action in the market. The kind of price action that makes me think we could potentially see Bitcoin getting back up into this zone here, where we had, of course, the price finding all this key support just before the major breakdown happened that brought us down to around the $20,000 zone. Now let's have a quick look at the history of these crossovers. So again, we got that crossover which is happening right here, right now. But when was our last crossover on the MACD 3-day, and what was the actual result of that? So we had one back here in February of this year. So that crossover saw the markets go from all the way here around $36,000 up to around $48,000. So from the time that the crossover happened till around the time that we actually had the bearish crossover happen in April, well, we actually had throughout that time a 31% price rise. Now it was a very, very volatile time. We actually had some pretty big price volatility downwards during that time as well, but the end result was from the time of the bullish crossover, we had a 31% pump before markets started to roll over. Now, when was the last one before that? Now, this one happened when the markets were actually already on an uptrend, when things were already pumping in the markets. So we can see here that we saw the price go from around $46,000, and this was the one that actually got us up to the new all-time high here for Bitcoin. So that was around a 47% pump from the time of the bullish crossover on the 3-day MACD up until we got the new all-time high price for Bitcoin. Now the one before that is even more interesting for me because it feels like that's more similar to our current market structure. We've had this just huge downturn in the markets, reminding me of the move from 65K all the way down to $29,500, whatever we got down to last July. So we can see this big cycle working its way out, where we had, of course, the bear cross up here back in March of 2021. All the way down here to the bottom in July. Now the price pump on this one, very interesting and indicative. So we go from here, really, let's just count it up to here, because that's where we had our next bearish cross coming over. We had this kind of break in the market before going on to pump even higher. But we had a 77% gain from the time that we had the crossover happen until we reached some very high price points, and of course we then got the bearish crossover happening. So from the bullish cross to the bearish cross was a 77% price gain, and this very low bottoming point for the MACD makes me feel like we could be getting ourselves into a similar kind of situation here. And if we go back and look even farther down the history, we can see that these, more often than not, these 3-day MACD bullish crossovers have tended to coincide with some serious price action in the markets. Now, if we were to say, okay, well, let's say on average we see these sort of around 50% pumps after these MACD crossovers happen, these bullish MACD crossovers happen, where could that get us for the price of Bitcoin? Well, that's pretty interesting because it actually gets us up here right into this range around $30,000. Now this is a particularly important point for Bitcoin because that is our next major zone of price resistance. You see, it was a major zone of price support before the markets rolled over, and now it's a major zone of price resistance moving back up. If we were to see a relief rally coming into play from this 3-day bullish crossover, then I would look at that as a logical area where we could see that relief rally potentially running into some very serious resistance and even potentially fizzing out, if you will. So that would be a very, very important area to watch. Now, is there any guarantee that this 3-day MACD crossover is indeed going to result in a 50% market rally? No, of course not. This is just an indicator. We have to look at the whole markets and see what's going on. And of course, we still have all these macro headwinds with, the Federal Reserve meeting coming up later this month. We have company earnings reports coming out, which could shake the equity markets. And of course, we know the equity markets are driving the crypto markets right now. So if we have bad equity markets, then we could see this reverse quite easily. Just because we've had a bullish crossover now does not mean we can't have a bearish crossover, in just a few days' time or a few weeks' time. But historically, if we look back, what has this indicator more often than not shown us? It usually comes before decent rallies in the market, and we could have a rally potentially strong enough to get us back up to retest those major areas of what was once price support here around the $30,000 range, now becoming, of course, into price resistance, moving back up. Anyway, that's what I've got to say about the 3-day MACD bullish crossover. By the way, if you are a cryptocurrency trader, you need to get yourself an account over on Bybit. You can long and short all of the top cryptocurrencies, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Cardano. They got all of the good stuff. They also have very vibrant spot markets. You can buy and sell NFTs. Use the link down below in the description. You get 30% off of your trading fees and up to $4,100 in deposit bonuses. Anyway, you're going to let me know what you think about this 3-day bullish MACD crossover. Is this potentially the start of a new major impulse in the market? Is this finally the start of our relief rally? Or is it going to be a big fat nothing burger? Let me know down below in the comment section. Thanks so much for watching today's video, and peace out till next time.